Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be playing Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Yeah, I finally thought I'd change it up a little bit and play something that I've just recently started playing just on the past on Friday of this weekend. And yeah, I've actually been having a surprisingly fun time with this game. I've been researching into it for a while, and I've finally decided to pick it up on sale, and I'm going to play a little bit of it. Now, I'm not a No More Heroes fan. I've heard about the series for years. I've heard about the franchise for years. I've always known about heard of like the character Travis Touchdown, but I've never actually played any of these games. And I never actually owned a Wii, so I never could get around to actually getting them and playing them. And I didn't even bother playing those ports that they put on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 because I heard they weren't that great. Man. But I already beat this. So yeah, once they announced way back that they were gonna be doing a game for the Nintendo Switch, I thought great, I'm gonna get a Switch, and I can play this game. And then I found out, oh, it's a retro style, arcadey style game, which kind of gave me some hesitance. And then I saw a little bit more of it and thought you know what, I could still try this. And then I did some digging and research, and then found out this is a more experimental return to form / stepping stone to what's to come for the future of No More Heroes, and that's kind of what got my attention. So I wanted to give this a try. I thought if I was to get into this franchise, maybe this little game would be good. And I've been having a really fun time with it so far. I'm always into I've really wanted to get into this franchise, into this series, and I've always. It's a very weird stage. But yeah, I've been very curious about getting into these games, and I've been having quite a bit of fun with this one. Oh shoot, I forgot this enemy is here, and it will get you in one hit if it. Oh god, it's got me cornered. Not today, you fuck. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this game, and it's definitely different. I like retro style, old school kind of arcadey type games, so this one definitely was oh yeah, I definitely want to try this. I don't seem to be doing something right. Where was I? I'm kind of going to hold back on my thoughts regarding E3 because, I'm saving that for my opinion piece video that I intend to do, but I'm a little behind on because it's just been a very busy, hectic week. But I fully intend to do it. And then I've been having just a lot of fun playing this game. It's definitely different and weird, which I kind of like. I like to just dive into weird, different games. And I've been kind of itching to get into the No More Heroes series, so it's kind of like a twofer. So it's like a twofer. But as I've done a little bit more research and reading into it, I've definitely found that I definitely have interest. I guess the one thing I could talk about is the fact that, oh hey, after all the joking, after all the jokes and everything, it's oh yeah, you people wanted to get No More Heroes 3. Well, here you go. Here's a reveal trailer for No More Heroes 3, and now everyone is all the fans alike are oh hey, this is a big deal. It's pretty cool. And I have to say, I'm pretty excited. I've not kind of felt you get this very sort of experimental return to form, or as a stepping stone, as Suda51 would put it. And I feel it's definitely a kind of a worthy build up, because this game, though it's got its influences very much indebted to, very retro indie style games. It's got its inspiration, it owes it. Come on. That's one of my least favorite things. The controls are I love the simplicity of the controls, but I do not like how cumbersome it is to charge up the beam katana. There it is. Yeah, it is very cumbersome, but otherwise the gameplay is very simplistic. It's a very fun, easy to pick up and play type of game, and I love just how player smooth it runs. Like, this is a sharp 60 frames per second, and I love it. Ramen! I will probably wait until I finish the stage to get the ramen, but I just like how very, you know, straight shooty and simplistic that this game is. It's very refreshing to get an experience like this where it's just... Yeah, it's definitely one of the more different games that I've played in recent, and it's just very simple. Especially kind of just like how it kind of sets it. I also just kind of like the setup and the art style and just the very straightforward nature of this game. I really kind of like, I don't really know. I'm still kind of like, I feel like I'm not forming like a full opinion, but I can definitely say I'm very anxious to see what the future holds. In my interest of like, I want to play, of like looking forward to No More, of like now kind of being into No More Heroes and then wanting to anxiously wait for No More Heroes 3, which will be next year. Ah, shit. And then, but in the meantime, I got this very just weird, just kind of simplistic, like arcadey style experience, which, you know, it's cool. I like retro stuff. I mean, the last like really like retro style game that I played was World Force, and that's like a 16-bit throwback to like classic art, to like classic over-the-top explodey like arcade style games, which I dig. And I can definitely say I like, and I can certainly also say that I very much have kind of like grown a bit of an interest in the you know, Travis Touchdown as a character. Like I just kind of like the weird, like so far from what I've seen, I just like kind of the very weird meta-ness, like very meta, like blunt in your face kind of nature of the storytelling and the characters. I like that for like a very retro old school style experience, you just constantly have the characters almost always going back and forth about like, and just kind of breaking the fourth wall about just about like, you know, themes in video games and shit, which I think is really funny. Like they even make a joke of like, oh yeah, it's like we're not like, it's not like that what that one character Deadpool, or like he fucks up the name and calls him Deadpool or something. Just to like back at the fact that like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we do the, it's like we do our, it's like we break the fourth wall, but we do it in our own type of way, which I think is pretty cool. I like that just very kind of in your face type of storytelling. Like what better way to get in the face of your viewer, the face of your audience, than to like just to lay it on them in like the most like self-aware, humorous way possible. And I find that humor very interesting and a very like cool way to convey convey tone and subject matter, which not a lot of video games I've played recently are that bold enough to do, like to be that blunt and just that straight with the player. So it's definitely it's definitely refreshing to see that from a game. And I've just been having absolute ball with that. I also just kind of like the design of all the different game worlds, like all these different like styles and incorporations on display. It's very, I don't know, it's just very different. I don't really have much to say about it. Though I wonder how many more of these do I have to do before I get to the final boss. Come on, let me just get me to it. Because you have like a layout like this, and you have like, I'm getting like Very, like, I'm not sure if I would say, like, Paperboy-esque vibes. If that's fitting. Where's the blue head? Where's that big fucker? Oh, shit. Missing coins. Oh, and then, like, the previous one that you played through is kind of, like, very... Oh, shit! Damn it! Can I get a revive? Yes. So yeah, what else? What else can I blatantly say? Like, that's when, you know, like, that's when you know you need, like, some kind of, like, sidekick or co-host or something. Somebody to break up the monotony of the fact that you just have, like, nothing to say. Oh, shit. He's got me in a corner. It's close. Yeah, just break up the monotony of the fact that, like, oh man, I have, like, nothing interesting to say here. What is my deal? It's like outrunning, like, I don't know what I'm... Something, I don't know what. Okay, I think I got it, but I have to... come on, you dingus. I don't want to get eaten. Jeez, I'm running blanks. Running blanks. Oh, wait, hang on. Is this the one? Ah, fuck! I give this motherfucker the runaround. Alright, just gotta... Come on. Yeah, this is just all kinds of grand. I had like, I don't know. I should probably say like I originally recorded this session early as a session earlier, but due to like some bullshit due to some, well, not bullshit, but like the cable apparently on my microphone was damaged, so I had to completely okay, I gotta figure this out. The cable was damaged, so I pretty much did like 40 minutes of commentary that wasn't even recording properly, and it was all over the place, but I felt like I had a lot of things to say, and now it's like, oh, okay, I'm doing this again, and now it's like I don't know what to say. Fuck. Alright, hang on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure this out. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can figure this out. This puzzle is... It's also like when you have like, you can't seem to like multitask when you're talking about, when you're trying to do... And then come over here. And then let me get around. Come on. Just, no. Just stay away. Fuck off. Oh, this is what stumps me. Yeah, that's the part that's stumping me. It's like just getting those like in the right way, where it's like you gotta move it in this particular direction one time, and then when you go back, you move it the other way, and it's like, fuck me, I can't, for the life of me, I can't do this. I can't, What am I not doing right? This is becoming bothersome. I can't do it. Okay, let me think. Let me. Why am I... Yeah, why am I so seemingly inept that I can't figure this out? What is my problem? Fucking hell. I don't, I'm drawing a blank here. I can't do this. I'm almost like, I can't figure this out. Why can't I figure this out? What the hell? This is great. What the? This is like one of those like this is like one of those moments where you're just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to cut out the footage. I can't do this. Fuck! How do I do this? I can't do this. This is too hard. Ah, fuck. Like, come on, over this one. I'm almost like I'm probably gonna have to cut this out. Like, I'm spending a good several minutes just trying to figure out this puzzle, and I can't do it. I can't do it. What the hell is going on here? Shit. Oh wait, hang on. I think I got it. No, I don't think I... Wait, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Yes, I got it. I got it. Oh my god, that is about time. Shit. Alright, I did it. I did it. Alright. I'm not even, like, bothering, like, paying attention to this text. I'm just, like, get me through the level. It's like, hey, all this meta, it's like, hey, all of this very symbolic meta text that might mean something more than it does at face value is something you can look at. But no, it says you have to. Ah, fuck. And then here I am just running around like a madman, just... There it is. Alright. It's another reason why, like, I do, like, that's probably like another reason why I do the videos, like, in bite-sized, like, kind of like these bite-sized chunks, if you will, because people I'd probably imagine somebody would ask, like, why don't you just do, like, Let's Play, like, or like, live streaming, but, like, because, one, that's just not really my cup of tea. I can't even bother to watch live streams, let alone do them, but two, it's just, like, you expect me to, like, sit at my chair and do videos for a live audience for like an hour or two at a time, just playing a game and trying to think of entertaining things to say and do? Or, like, that doesn't really sound that fun to me or engaging. It's not really engaging for me to personally watch, so why should I, like, do it for a video? And then, like, at least in this kind of, like, digestible bite-sized format, it's like I can still, like, sit down and try to, like, play a different, because, like, I've tried the whole Let's Play thing in the past, and then I thought, like, I just cannot keep up with I just cannot bring it myself to, like, focus on just, like, one game at a time. Like, what if one week I want to play one thing, and then what if another week I want to play something else? in just little bite-sized viewable chunks. So that's why I like to do the videos like this, where it's just, if I want to go back to a game, I can do a video for that, but if I want to just focus on, but if I just want to focus on one game in particular and just enjoy and play that, then that is what I will do. And that's kind of, and that's just kind of like the way I like the format is, like, if I want to go back to a game that I really enjoy, I will. But if I just want to focus on, like, highlight one in particular and just play that for a while, or hopefully at some point with other people, then that's precisely what I'm going to do. And I enjoy that, and I enjoy the format. I enjoy sitting down and just kind of playing the games that I like and just having a grand old time. And like, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, this was like a very like inconsequential purchase anyway. Like, I mean, I've wanted to get into the No More Heroes series for quite some time. I like, again, as I mentioned earlier, like, I like the very meta nature of the storytelling and the humor. I kind of like this. I really do like the art style. I really kind of find the characters very interesting. Especially Travis himself, like, just the idea of this everyman hero, of this everyman guy who's not really a hero, which, you know, very huge play on the title. We just... It's like, yeah, his, like, name is very... It's like a very meta play on the title. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sorry, I don't know why I keep going blank. It's like a very meta, his name is a very, it's like very, you know, very literal take on the title. He's just this average everyman, you know, just like, you know, pop culture nerd, like turned assassin, which I think is pretty cool. It's actually oddly relatable, because I mean, it's like if you had like were like a huge fucking nerd and you needed like something to do to like to maintain those hobbies, what would you do? Like, would you turn to killing? Maybe, probably. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I would. So I just kind of like the very just like mellow yet very over the top sort of nature of all of this stuff. I think it's very cool. And again, like, this was just like I feel like this game is a very like nice casual stepping stone to like getting in the greater franchise. And I mean, yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun, especially like I want to try out the co-op just to see how hectic and archaic that can be. But just playing the story itself is definitely very engaging. Alright, I guess I'll step out of here. What's the next one? Hopefully it won't be as taxing as a puzzle as that last one. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it's interesting to play something so different, because I do like the action hack and slash genre, but it's got its own kind of like very sort of like, from what I gathered watching, you know, footage and doing the research that I have, how different of a game it is compared to other stuff. Because like, I'm a big fan of games like, when it comes to like hack and slash games, the ones that kind of really come to mind, I'd have to say, are games like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and I just said a bunch come to mind, and I'm actually drawing a blank. Yeah, again, I feel like those text bubbles have like deeper meaning, but I'm not seeing it. But yeah, like a whole bunch of games and stuff that I'm thinking of. Oh, I might be getting to the final boss. Yeah, we're just dropping it a deuce. I think it's really funny how like you save your game like by going to the bathroom, you dropping a deuce. It's just like Dead Rising 4. Just use the crapper to save your game, which I think is which I kind of find funny. I don't know why I do. I just think it's funny. That it's definitely like it's kind of a breath of fresh air and just kind of like very different and refreshing kind of game series to get into in contrast to like the stuff that I usually play. Oh hey, here we are, the final boss. Yeah, I really do like that sort of, that very stylized, self-shaded art style. I think it's very, I dig it. Sorry, I'm just reading this text. I find it really funny. Like, one of my favorite things that I like about Travis as a character is the fact that he's voiced by Robert Atkin Downes. Probably not one of my favorite voice actors, but he's definitely one of the ones that I recognize the most. I find it funny how he voices this iconic character, but when I think of him, I think of Cos Miller from Metal Gear Solid, and just think of, like, when I think of this character, I literally think of him. He's basically just like a dark-haired Cos Miller, if we put it down to basics. So I find it really funny, like, find it strange, like, how he voices the character in this game, but it's almost all of the dialogue is text bubbles. It's only, like, during cinematics or certain cutscenes that it's mostly, but it's like he's here for certain cutscenes and cinematics, and then he also does all the vocal effects for Travis, but that's really it for this. Oh god. I only have I'm down to 1 life, so if I get 8, if I get ice, that means I have to restart the whole thing. I hope I can skip the conversation should it come to that. Come on. That's like another thing. Like, I love the the run style of all like the basic regular attack, but I don't like that I can't, like, I have to like continually like strafe around him to actually hit him. Like, if I could at least, like, if there was like some kind of like targeting button or something, but I feel like that would probably be a little bit more complicated of a control scheme than the developers would actually want. So. Alright. Oh, fuck. Come on. Yes, got him. Oh, mother... I love that it was just very, like, alright, I know, we're doing, like, we're doing the second form and then the final form. I'm not gonna make it. Shit, I got 1 life. I think I got 1 life left. Come on. Come on. No lives. Why can't I move? No! No, I can't move! I don't... You boner. Come on. Ugh. Oh, shoot. Okay, I got it. I got him. Okay, somehow. That was cutting it really close. I didn't think I was actually gonna win that one. That's pretty cool. So, I did it! Yay! I did it. Sweet. No way, that only took me 3 minutes. Okay. Alright, and he's down. What? At large in the real world? I thought it was just a fictional killer, or was I missing a detail? What? Sweet. New skills. And then back out of the, like, I really love this art style. And then back out of the death drive. Yeah, I think it's super fun and quirky. I love it. Alright, what's gonna happen next? Anytime now, what's up? Ah, yes, back to Travis. Interesting. And then now we're back to the trailer. That's basically, this is kind of just where you casually just kind of hang and check stuff and change your t-shirt. Like my Majora's Mask t-shirt is like the best Zelda t-shirt that I could select out of the whole batch for some reason. But yeah, that's really about it. I'm probably wrap this up. So yeah, that's really about it. I would highly recommend checking out Travis Strikes Again. Whether if you're like me and are just now taking interest in the No More Heroes series, I would say this is much like the Suda51 intended. This is kind of like a big a stepping stone to No More Heroes 3, and I'd say like is a good. I'm probably not in the right in saying like it is a good gateway point to the series, given how much story has already happened up to this point, prior to this game. But that's something like a Google search can't can't fix. But I feel like it's a good, kind of escalation point. So it's just but if you're not into that, like you can still have like a really fun time just like with the arcadey style, like retro nature of the game. And then I guess look forward to No More Heroes 3 after that. It's super affordable right now. It's still as part of like Nintendo's like E3 sale right now. It's currently still like $20 on their eShop. I was able to like get a small discount and get it down to 18. But other than that, it's $30 right now, so it's a little bit cheaper than it was when it first came out in January of this year. Other than that, I would highly recommend it. Go check it out or whatever. I might play more of this in another video or something else. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling, what my mood is. So anyway, that is all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and take care.